Hello, welcome to the weekly shir of the Zera Shimshon. I'm Yosef Lange, for those who don't know. And for those that do, maybe that you want to hang up right now. On the other hand, it is the second day of the month of Iyar, base Iyar, and it is the 17th day of the Omer. Bez Hashem will be counting for the second giving of the Torah, Bez Hashem and Mashiach, Ben Tzidkenu. I have a short piece. I was hesitant to say this piece, but say another piece. But I know everybody's time is precious, and I don't want to make it too long. But there's a beautiful piece, and if somebody has the Zera Shimshon from Kedoshim, there's mamish a beautiful piece on the beginning of on base. It's from a Gemara about Metzia, but we won't go into it because if I get started, I won't finish. And it's too long for this shir. So we're going to do this shir. This is also very important a concept to understand. He brings the midrash, and this is the last piece in Zion in the Zera Shimshon for this week. It's a midrash in Torah's Kohanim, Parshat Kedoshim. It says there, "V'avdil eschem en oamim." I will separate you from the nations. L'hiyos li, to be for me, means God. If you will separate yourself from the nations, hariyatem shalit, then you become God's people. If not, you become accomplices to Nebuchadnezzar and his friends. I mean, in other words, and it's a wonder. So what is this coming to tell us? If we're good boys and girls, so God loves us, and if not, you become like enemies to God. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. Okay, v'yuvan b'mashe pirshu hamekubalim al pasuk in Eicha. The Mekubalim have explained the pasuk in Eicha. It says there, v'hayu tzareh l'roish, our enemies to be for the head, to the leaders. She'omru zal, the Gemara in Gittin, everybody knows this from Tisha B'Av. It says, "Kol ha'meitzer the Yisrael naser roish." Anybody who aggravates the Jewish people become the leaders. Dahainu Yisrael min ha'roi, she Yisrael min ha'roi hu sheyu kulam mushrashim b'kedusha. It's really fitting for all Jews to be completely enveloped in holiness. V'chein hu be'emes, and that's true. Kishe'oisim etzayne shamakam, when is to become enveloped in holiness? When we are engaged in doing the Ratzon Hashem, the will of God. The will of God is, of course, to do the 613 mitzvahs and all the other things that we're obligated to do. 7 mitzvahs of the Barbanan. Right, so it comes out to 620, which is Keter, which is the crown of the Jew. Okay, Aval Kishehem Chaitim. But if the Jewish people sin, chas v'sholom, ha'kedusha parachas mehem, holiness runs away from them. V'hatuma adarabba oichezes b'hem, and cleanliness holds on to them. Lefisha la'olam heim makaimim eza mitzvah. Therefore, when they're fulfilling some mitzvah, mishum hachi eza nitzud shel kedusha nishar b'hem. So there's a spark of holiness that attaches to them. But the spark that remains with them gets angry at them. Because they separated from the roots of holiness. Now it has to sit with the tumah. That's interesting concept, that's a little deep, but basically, whenever you do a mitzvah, the Sfarim HaKadoshim say, you have created an angel, which is a force of holiness. So that force of holiness now has a place to hold on to holy places in heaven, and you become holier. Okay, But let's say the person is doing averas and he did happen to do a mitzvah. So that mitzvah, the holy spark, goes into a kind of a depression. It gets angry and says, "Why are you doing a mitzvah? Because I have to go to the other side now, the side of not holiness." And that power goes to the other side. They call it sitracha. Now this is a very basic concept that everybody should know, but I know a lot of people don't hold of it, but okay, don't know of it. Let's call it. And all the kings of the nations, they have a spark of holiness. Otherwise, they wouldn't be alive. Shebishil zeh anu mevorchim, that we make a special blessing if we see a king of nations. It says, shenasan michvaydai labasar v'dam. Now, if we see a king of a non-Jewish even the king of England, what can we do? We got to make a bracha if we see him. He said he gave his honor from his honor to flesh and blood. Esav, like it was by Esav, ki tzayed befiv. That says by Esav that he had the treachery in his mouth, right? Shahaya loy nitzutz kedusha b'reishai. He had a holy spark in his head. Therefore, the head was buried in the Marachas HaMachpelah by the Avos. Now, nobody goes there to pray. I never saw the Pope going to Marachas HaMachpelah to pray to Esav's head. Did you? Never heard of it. Anyway, unfortunately, the Yishmaelim hold of that place because of Avram Avinu and Yitzchak. But okay, we won't go there. That's they don't understand anything. And that's why Yitzchak loved Esau, because that perhaps he could bring him to do tshuva. And when the Jews do sin, right? That spark that remains in them, that spark of holiness is it wants to cling on to the other side, which is the negative side, the side of Tuma. That is the side of that, the king of Basar Adam, the king of flesh and blood, who is a pository of wickedness and impurity. So, Magbir Koyach Ha'uma Neged Yisrael. And what happens is that spark, that holy spark that we did, goes and gives a life force and koyach, and power to the nation, that it will be turned against the Jewish people. Kivin shehu kekas imahem, because it becomes angry with them. That's what it says indicates in the Midrash in Torah's Kahanim here. Imatem muvdalim min, right? If you separate yourself, by doing Torah and mitzvahs from the Goyim and not following their ways, right? Don't go in their ways of the Goyim. So kulchem b'kedusha, then you're all rooted in. Then you're for me. You're all rooted in holiness. V'im lav, but if not, hari atem shachamilchmuchad netzar v'chaverav. Then you belong to the other side, which is the side of Tumah. The shekevan nidvaktem bohem anitzut shelachem, since you've attached yourself to the negative side, anitzut shelachem magbir koyach ha'ayiv. So that influences and makes more powerful the side of the enemy. How would that happen? It's spiritual, guys. Everything is spiritual. There's nothing physical in this world. It's all spiritual. What? And Nebuchadnezzar was called the lion. Well, why was he called a lion? He had that power because we gave it to him. Shenikra Aryeh. And that's why he was able to destroy the Beis HaMikdash, which was called the Aryeh. Okay, let's stop for today. Everybody have a wonderful Shabbos. Bez Hashem. May we be Zoicha to have a wonderful Iyar. It's Hashem, Ani Hashem Reifecho. Everybody, all the people that should be healed. We should see the hostages come back and all the people be healed from all of their sicknesses. Amen. Ken Yotzai. Kol Tov. Bye-bye.